At Theatre vs Oppression, we had a vision for a project. Our vision was to give an opportunity to people who had experienced homelessness in various ways and to give them a voice, to be able to tell their stories, and also to educate an audience through a performance. We needed to find partners who shared a similar vision, and we found that through the Wallich.
If you look at it from the outside, you think a homelessness organisation and a theatre production organisation coming together would be quite unlikely. But I think what's important is that whoever's working together have similar values.
I think it's an extension of the work that we do. It's something our support workers don't generally do themselves, but we think it adds value to the support work that we do.
We run lots of learning and employment projects, but what Behind the Label does is offer something different for people to become involved.
We've certainly seen benefits with Behind the Label, you know, the great sort of inroads that it's made in people's lives, so it's been absolutely fantastic.
Our other partner was the Wales Millennium Centre, whom we had worked with before on various projects, and they came together to provide for the side where people were going to be learning the technical side of theatre, front of house marketing. Wales Millennium Centre provided the training and the staff to be able to do that, while we, hand in hand with that, were working with skills in teaching people how to work with their stories, find their voice. It was a learning curve for us all, and their staff were incredible, the amount of time and patience they put into teaching everyone who was involved.
We introduced people to the whole concept of putting a show on. We taught them through all the different steps towards it, and then threw them into a week and doing it.
They all sort of come in not knowing what to expect, and then once you've sort of explained what you're going to do and where you're going to head, you can't stop them. They just sort of dive in all together and just go for it. It's brilliant. In fact, it's hard work to keep up with them because they all go for it, and you've got to sort of make sure they all go in the right direction, because before you know it, one of them's taking something off a tangent that's brilliant, and you go, that's amazing, everyone follow this, you know.
We found out one was a carpenter, and it was great, so we threw him straight into doing work with tools and stuff, which we wouldn't have done with anyone else. And we have stretched people, like Kelly, very much so. We've given her work to do that she's never done before. I think she's up to it. It's okay.
I did not expect in the slightest to get the enthusiasm and engagement that I got. The level of engagement was just mind-blowing. It completely took me back, because I can often sit in a room and you're trained with people and you really have to pull from people to get them to talk. I had to shut some of these people up because they were so excited, so enthusiastic. It made me think differently about how could we do front of house.
As the weeks have gone on, I think they've seen the absolute variety of things we do. You can't peg it down. There's so much stuff that we do, like from building things, to rigging things, building stages, to lighting, to sound. It's an enormous pocket of stuff. And I've had some of them helping me. You can see what are your levels of skills that some of them have got, some of them don't have. But you can see progression. I've had problems, families have problems, we're all in, you know. I don't feel that unrelated to them, do you know what I mean? I could see myself being in that situation quite easily, you know. So.
It was absolutely, I mean, we were blown away. It was, I mean, the courage and determination that the actors and the cast, you know, I certainly wouldn't be able to do that. And, you know, to see their bravery to stand up in front of, you know, 300 people and bear their soul and their journey, and some really difficult sort of gritty subjects that were discussed that evening. And I think it was a real eye-opener for people that weren't involved in the sector, but certainly for us as well. I mean, I think what certainly I found was the level of abuse that so many people had experienced in their lives and how that contributed to where they have been in their journey. And I found that quite shocking myself.
There are 18 wonderful, amazing characters who have changed my perspective of what I first saw, and I know I said it at the beginning of the process as well, with what I stereotypically expected to see in the group, and to what I found now of 18 very loving, caring, amazing and proud individuals.
I'm really proud of everybody that's been involved. I knew quite a few of the guys beforehand, so I can really see the journey they've come on, and I can see the difference it's made to them. I find it quite inspiring to watch that process, and every time I see them, the smiles on their faces get bigger, their confidence, you can see it really shines out of them now. So yeah, I'm just really proud of what they've achieved.
Quite mixed, I think. It was quite emotional, and just looking around the audience you could see, I mean, some people were in tears, so it was a real sort of, wow, that was amazing. Should I say that? Because some of it was so awful, so, you know, that we heard, some of the experiences, so it was that mix, like, God, amazing, well done, oh gosh, that was really, really hard-hitting stuff.
These are not people who are lazy. These are people who really want to grab life and make the most of it, because they've seen the dark side and they don't want to go back. And it makes you feel really, really grateful for what you have, and makes you realise that in a split second it could be taken away. So, you know, grab it, value it, because you only get one shot, and these guys are living proof that actually one shot can become two chances, and they are grabbing it by both horns right now. And, you know, I couldn't be prouder.
We need to do more. And you know, maybe applied theatre is one of the tools in the box, if you like, because general support work is what we specialise in, is one arm, but we need to get underneath that, and we need to do more. And I think Behind the Label just demonstrated the value that applied theatre can have on individuals.
You can't judge anyone by what you've heard, you know, by the sort of the stereotype. You need to judge everyone on their personality and their character. That's probably what I'll take away from it.
There's no question that Behind the Label was a very ambitious project. It was a groundbreaking idea, and at the start we couldn't be sure of any of the outcomes. What we knew is that we had 3 organisations who were completely dedicated to doing everything to make this work, and we had an amazing group of people. And at the heart of all TvO's work is to give people a voice. It's the people who are at the heart of it, and giving them that voice, helping them find that voice, and then being able to make an informed decision how they use it. And in this case, it was using it not only to tell their stories, but to educate people about all these issues. So many of us, we see someone who's homeless and we make all sorts of assumptions without even meaning to. We are judgmental. And I think Behind the Label was a lesson to all of us about thinking twice before we make those kind of judgments, and realising that there's a lot more behind that label of homeless or addict or whatever that label might be. There's just so much more of a story behind it if we take the time to look and to listen.
And it's something that the Wallich is committed to, and we will be fundraising to further develop this work, you know, in partnership with TvO.
I hope this won't be the end of our relationship with them, and I hope, you know, they become extended parts of the centre's family.
Yeah, I'd like to do another one, certainly.
I think everyone was moved by that performance, and I said that evening it was probably one of the most powerful performances of sort of theatre that I've ever seen.
Find the true family, who will stay, who will stay, stay I pray.